This is the Chapter 9 quiz review video. So number 1 gives us some information about students in a tutor group and then asks us some questions about it. So part A wants us to explain in words what the complement of H union G is. So union is or and the complement is basically not. So this is saying that the students who are in the tutor group that are not in history or geography. Part B wants us to find the number of students who are in the complement of H intersect G. So complement again means not, intersect means and. So this is the number of students who are not in both history and geography. Well, they tell us up here that the number of students who are in history and geography are 2. So then the total number of students in the whole group minus 2 is 48. So there's 48 students who are not in both history and geography. So part C wants us to find the create a Venn diagram to represent this information. So we have our rectangle on the outside that were labeled U, and then our 2 circles that intersect in the middle labeled H and G for history and geography. So they gave us that 2 students are in both history and geography, so that 2 goes in the middle. So then there was 16 total students who were taking history. That means 14 of them are just taking history and not also taking geography. 16 minus 2 is 14. And then similarly, if there's 24 students total taking geography, that means 24 minus the 2 that are taking both, 22 are taking just geography. And then the students who are not in history or geography, that's the 50 students in the tutor group minus the sum of these 3, so you end up with 12 students are in the tutor group but not taking history or geography. So number 2 gives us this Venn diagram where principals of 180 colleges were asked questions about where they post their jobs. So L is they post it in local newspapers, N is national newspapers, and W is the web or the internet. So part A wants us to find the value of X, given that there is no one that doesn't fit in one of these 3 categories. So there's no principal that does not advertise in either the local and national newspapers or the web. So then that means that this middle section is just going to be the total minus all the sections that we've already done. So you end up with 7. Part B, number 1, they want us to find the number that advertise in both the local and on the internet. So that is L intersect W. So that's 12 plus also the 7 that are doing all 3, so 19. So number 2 wants us to find local and or the internet. So that would be the number in L union W. So that's everything that is in one of the locals or in one of the W's. Just make sure you don't double count. So it's going to be these 6 sections in here, which add up to 144. Number 3 says the number that are in both the local and on the internet, or excuse me, national and on the internet, but not in the local. So that would be N intersect W intersect the complement of L. So N and W and not in L. So that would be just the ones that are in this section right here. You don't want these in here, the 7, because they also do the local. Number 4, you want local and or national, but not on the internet. So that would be L union N and complement W. So they're in local or national, but not on the web. So you have to take out anything that's on the web, so anything that's in the web circle. So you get 48 plus 14 plus 36, which is 98. So number 3 gives us some information about students who take one of these activities, basketball, choir, and drama, and every student must participate in at least one activity. So part A wants us to fill in the information that we know given those first 4 statements. So we have 16 students in just basketball, 18 in basketball and choir, but not in drama, 34 in basketball and drama, but not in choir, and 27 in choir and drama, but not in basketball. And then out here we have 0 because every student has to participate in at least one activity. So part A wants us to create a Venn diagram representing this information. So again, you have your box. This time you have 3 circles because there's 3 different groups: basketball, choir, and drama. The red is what we know just before Part A. So 16 students play basketball only, 18 are in basketball and choir but aren't in drama, 34 are in basketball and drama but not in choir, and 27 are in choir and drama but not in basketball. So the red is what we know so far. So then Part B, they gave us a little bit more information. 99 students total are in basketball, 88 are in the choir, and 110 are in drama. So for Part B, we want to figure out how many do all three activities. So using the basketball one, because we have 3 of the 4 pieces already filled in, we know 99 play basketball total, and then if we subtract off the 3 pieces that we already know, we're left that 31 play all 3. Part C wants to know how many students there are total, so I filled in the other 2 pieces of information. There's 88 students who sing in the choir, and then if you subtract off these 3 categories, you're left with 12 are just in choir. And then same thing, 110 do drama. So that leaves, if you subtract these 3 off, just 18 just in drama. So then there's no students who don't do any of them. So if you add up all the categories, you end up with there's 166 students total.